Happy Friday, everyone. You like that countdown clock? Just cutting a little short. You know, sometimes we get prizes at the end of the show. Sometimes we just start the show late. It doesn't matter. You know, you just don't know. Hi there.
We're here.
I am Joshua Harrell, and this is my co-host, Jason Block, and we are here with the Weekly Chatter Live.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. If you are watching this on demand, it is the 10th of March, and it's kind of nice.
Yes, it is the 10th of March.
No, I just thought, because I realized that some people are watching this. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. But, we might talk about some kind of special offer that's not valid if someone's watching this in 2029. Because we hope that YouTube is still around
today
then.
would not be, yeah, right. In 2029, it's going to be something completely different. Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
But what year is it, Joshua?
Oh, I forgot. That would be important, too. I mean, if you're going to, yeah. So it is the 10th of March, 2023. This is the Weekly Chatter Live, Travel Quest Network's weekly show, meant to be fun.
Yes.
Absolutely meant to be fun.
Absolutely.
So if you thought you were watching hard-hitting news that you could then quote in maybe interviews or, don't quote us. Is what it is. Are you just going to do a laugh? Okay.
I'm trying to decide, actually. Is there something worth quoting? What's wrong with quoting?
I mean, yeah, you could definitely quote.
Yeah.
There's plenty of things that you could quote.
Sure. Quote away.
Yeah, quote away. But just, a little background. If you're new to the show, then a lot of the things we talk about, I mean, I know you'll have fun, so stay with us. Don't go anywhere, right? You're going to have fun. But we've been doing this now for a few years, so it becomes like just part of life, right? Things that we laugh about.
It has, yeah.
Little mistakes that have happened. But we commended Cynthia from Birmingham. How she's pretty much been on every single show.
Yep.
in our members only Facebook group. That's where the chatter is at. If you want to know, if you want to get involved, she normally is watching all the time, and is normally the first one to
She's in there.
comment, right? And while I'm trying to get everything ready for our show and things were going wrong, Jason's all prepared. And he says, well, I wonder if Cynthia won this week, if she actually was first. And I have to say that Sarah beat Cynthia with a happy Friday. And I feel bad because I feel like that the fact that we started the show late, I feel like that kind of contributed to it.
That threw it off. The fix wasn't in, but
yeah.
Well, maybe there's like an asterisk on the record now.
Yeah. And now I'm trying to make sure that I think maybe something else might be going on there. So let's see here. And this is the day that you didn't bring your computer.
I know.
I can't.
I am with paper and pen only.
Yeah. So Cynthia might have been first because now I can't tell.
Okay,
but we're gonna say that I think maybe Sarah Cantor was first. It's like roulette.
Well, here we go.
Did
you steal it from Mr. Rogers?
No, that's
Is that
like
a little trolley?
No. That's like when you're in the big casino things and you hear
is that
like
what that is?
yeah.
I see.
Does that sound familiar to you?
When you set it up like that, now I'm hearing it. But
yeah.
At
Well,
first
I was
hearing
trying
the
to.
trolley from Mr. Rogers.
Lately, I've been thinking of DuckTales and Scrooge McDuck swimming in his coins, and I've said it, Scrooge McDucking it, quite a bit. So I was trying to
into a verb.
Yeah, but you can't find sound effects of a duck swimming through coins.
Shocking. Shocking that's not the most popular sound effect available.
Yeah, I mean, come on, get with it. Anyway, so, but Cynthia is here, so we're glad that Cynthia is here.
Absolutely.
All right, so if you don't know who Travel Quest Network is, we are the coolest bunch of travel professionals in the world. If anyone challenges me on that, I don't know.
Undisputed.
Undisputed. Yeah, and we're all across the United States in all 50 states. So one of the things that we are most proud of is for a very long time we were in 49 states. We just needed one state.
Yeah.
And we now have that. So and we're all in all 50 states. People selling travel, all types of travel, polka travel.
That's right.
Give me some other. There was a knitting one too. A knitting.
Really?
Group. Yeah.
I haven't heard about this
Yeah,
one.
because isn't it like a sewing circle or a knitting circle?
Sure.
We'll just get around. You're talking about stuff. And you know you're talking trash about people, too. I know that goes on. I bet that's been going on since the beginning of America, like sitting in the knitting circle, talking trash.
Spilling the tea.
Yeah, spilling the tea. Oh, all right. There we go.
That's my kids.
But, yeah, there's all types of travel out there, and we are so fortunate to be a part of a network of really cool travel entrepreneurs. And, and this is just our fun show that we do. And in our members-only Facebook group, that's where the chatter's at. So every week, sharing wins and challenges there, and just having a good time. Normally, we would have Velma from Texas, our Tyler Rose. Tyler, Texas is the capital of roses in the entire world. Yeah. So we did confirm that. I can't bring her.
Did we? Wait, did we confirm that?
No, we did. We did confirm.
Oh.
Yeah. So I don't know if anybody notices. She didn't know that I was going to go there. But if you go back and watch last week's show, on her husband's desk, which is behind her when she joins us most of the time,
I saw there were some roses.
Yeah, gigantic roses.
Yeah.
Those are those $8 roses she was talking about. Yeah. So anyway, Velma's not joining us, so she did promise that in the chat she would go over the numbers, or at least I asked her to, and I don't know if I got an answer. I was getting a little stressed out. So yeah, let's jump into it.
Let's go.
I feel like I've spent 12 minutes doing nothing. So
close to it.
Yeah, close to it. So you can. I've worked with this guy long enough that when he starts tapping his fingers on the table, he's done. Like move on. So
that was not intentional.
No, I know it's not intentional. Okay. Yeah. So we have a couple of shout outs that we want to give. Lori Threat, and I do believe I'm pronouncing her last name correctly. If it's Threat or Threat, I don't know why I always doubt myself. But want to give her massive kudos. Where is it?
Yeah, girl.
For she got her group specialist certification.
Ooh.
She completed that.
Nice, Lori.
And very, very proud of you. You get another.
Girl.
She got not only the first, but the first two girls of the day.
Yeah. And she's getting a little. I don't know. That's still not giving me money. It almost sounds like.
It almost sounds like coins hitting the bin.
Yeah. I figured they would have like the popcorn thing, like.
Yeah.
But no, just like one coin. Like they don't expect people to win.
Where did you find these? Like lame sound effects?
Yeah, that's the website, lamesoundeffects.com. So I want to give a massive shout out to Lori. If you don't know about the specialist programs, there's honeymoon or destination weddings and honeymoons, groups, adventure, leisure travel,
corporate.
And corporate. Yeah. Yes. And these are not, sit down over a weekend and watch some videos. These are, this is real education, and you definitely leave feeling very powerful with that knowledge, and you get graded.
Yeah, it's a real commitment, but in the end, those people who've gone through that program, everyone that I've heard has great things to say, and it really helps you further your business. So
yes.
Awesome job, Lori.
Yeah, awesome job, Lori. And then another is Kelly Benitez. She got her leisure travel specialist certification, and she's doing a little PR for Travel Quest Network, being out there in Travel Leaders Network.
I saw that.
In the education spotlight.
I saw that.
They did. She had a photo and everything.
Nice.
It was
kudos
to you. You get more than a yeah, girl. You get a
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah. So kudos to you for that, both of you for getting that specialist.
Mm-hmm.
It is hard, but it is good. That is a good investment of time. And guess what? If you're a member of Travel Quest, you get to get into that program at a very, very discounted rate.
Yes.
So take advantage of that.
Extremely affordable.
Yeah, so if you are looking for information on those programs, please go to worldvia.pro and search specialist certification. I think is going to get you where, and if not, you can hit the big help button.
Big old help button.
There's a big help button, and somebody is going to help you with that. So kudos to you guys. Very, very excited about that. And I mean, you got a lot of notes there. Like
just a couple notes.
Yeah, you're
just
in
a couple notes.
Yeah, I can definitely see how big that is. But so I'm not a very technical person, clearly. I keep breaking our broadcasting system, but you are. And you've been making moves like a little tech ninja all over the place. So what, now it's been 2 weeks since we launched the WorldVia Pro CRM, the beta version.
Yep.
You always have to add the beta.
Yep.
I've learned that now, being around the techie. Is that why you're wearing black sweaters? Are you Steve Jobs? You're channeling it?
No.
I don't know if I'm being feisty, mean, or just really like.
That's what I get. That's what I get when I come after his sound effects.
Yeah.
When I said that, he's thinking, well, why don't you go down with the sound effects?
Yeah, I know. I'm like trying to cram down, and this is what I get. Oh, that was so whoa and money. Oh, if you do it together, it actually sounds pretty cool. So the reason why I'm saying this, or the reason why I'm the wind up on this is, you caught me off guard this week.
I did.
Yeah. So part of being in that tech development space is you create roadmaps, and you are building products, and when they're going to evolve, and different capabilities are coming out. And when we first started talking about the WorldVia Pro just by itself, we knew that there was going to be a new education portal. I mean, so we knew these things were coming, and we knew that there was going to be an update next week, a new release. But I completely missed this really cool thing that I'm more excited about, and it was a complete surprise. So I'm going to kick it over to you to tell our viewers at home, who are members of Travel Quest Network, right?
That's right.
What is going to be available in WorldVia Pro next week?
So we have we're continuing our work on the CRM platform, right?
Right.
There's lots of things that are in the works there, but we have a little feature coming out next week that we think you'll like, and we talk about marketing a lot, right, and growing your business. And we talk about, creating a website and creating content, and we talk about, hey, use Agent Profiler. It's a great lead source. For those of you who don't know what Agent Profiler is, that's the Travel Leaders Agent Directory product. And those are all true, right? You need to create content, and we say, hey, go be active in on Instagram and even Twitter, for goodness sakes. Anything that's really driving and creating that personal travel brand, right? But what's it take to do all that?
You know what? It's not hard,
right?
But it's not simple or easy. It's
easy, but it's not simple.
Right. So
simple, but not easy, I think.
Yeah.
Simple, but not easy.
I don't know why I'm struggling with that one.
It's Friday.
But you gotta. I mean, you are publishing something out to the world, right? And you want to put your best face forward. You want if it's a professional page, you want to make sure that you are known for travel, and especially what you specialize in.
Right.
So there's a lot of things that are kind of going through your head, and in some of these places you have 255 characters. That's all you can put in.
Right.
I can't even say hello in 255 characters. So there's a lot going on, and then you get something really good that you like over in Instagram, and then it won't fit over in Twitter,
Right.
and you got to constantly move things around. And then you've got your agent profiler where it's your bio.
Right.
And I have worked with so many people, and they can't write a bio for themselves.
Right.
They're scared of it.
So, and when we think about agent pro, I don't know if you see this or if you've felt this, but when you're writing your bio for agent profiler, or your about me page on your website, or and anything that's kind of, hey, talk about me. There's just something about it that I don't know if final is the right word, but like you're putting this down on paper and you're going to print it online, and there's just some anxiety around that, and there's like, oh, did I get it right, or is I don't know how to describe that, but it's sometimes you don't know where to start. You don't know, am I saying the right things? Is this what I should be talking about?
Right. And so you completely self-sabotage, and especially in the digital, anything online, you can change at any point.
Right.
So nothing's really permanent, but you're
right.
just like, and I used to do those website throwdowns,
Yep.
which had a horrible name, but people signed up for them, okay? And it was basically, I'm going to go through your website, and I'm going to tell you what I think of it,
Right.
opinions, and maybe you do something with it. And at Travel Quest World in Caesars in 2021, we were at a cocktail party, and one of our members, he came over to me with his phone in hand, and he was like, will you do a website throwdown? Because my website is just awful. It's awful. Everything is awful about it. It's just awful. And it actually was great, but we were just so critical, right? Yeah.
So sometimes the point is sometimes it's hard to get started and to be confident and to make sure you're covering your bases, and some of us just struggle with writing. I mean, we have lots of, each of us has so many different skills, and some people are great at one thing and not so great at another, and vice versa. But creating these kinds of profiles, whether it's again on Agent Profiler or on your website or on your social media, they are important because it's what can help drive traffic to you as a business, through all these different channels. So what we did, we created a tool that will help you quickly, easily generate these different profiles with a few clicks, and you don't have to write anything. And the cool thing, here's my favorite thing about it, and we'll be releasing it next week. My favorite thing about it is, so let's take Agent Profiler as an example. On that platform, you create a profile and you say, my destination specialties are, France, Aruba, the Bahamas, and whatever, right? And you try to think, okay, how do I write a profile that brings those into the picture, right? And I'm creating good content. And then I say, well, and some of the suppliers I specialize in are, it could be Disney, it could be, Abercrombie and Kent, it could be whatever it is. How do I incorporate that into this profile? Right. And then you're like, well, and I'm serving a particular kind of client. So let's say, hey, I really want to, work with I want to do more groups, or I want multi-gen trips, right? How do I incorporate that? And all of a sudden, you kind of get to where, well, I need a copywriter to figure all this out. Right? Well, now that problem will be solved. So you can kind of put in all of these different parameters, and at the click of a button, you will have a generated profile that hits on all of these key points. So we're rolling it out next week. It's still kind of in experimental form. So as you see the outputs, you can give it a thumbs up if it was great, or a thumbs down if you didn't like it so much, and that'll help us refine the tool. But it's really cool, and we think you'll like it. And it should be something, for any of you out there who have hesitated to create an agent profile, because either you haven't had time to go to one of the workshops yet, or you just haven't gotten to it. Well, now you have virtually no excuse, because in about 30 seconds you can create your content, You can give it a look over and say, yeah, okay, I want to change this or that. But in our initial testing, I'd say 98% of them you could publish as is.
Yeah, and I can attest to it.
So-
It's really bizarre.
Pretty cool.
It's bizarre how it works, but we started last year. We started the agent profiler workshops because agent profiler is structured in a way that it's pretty easy to put together a bio.
Right.
And then you add some photos, and then if you kind of create your overall kind of the top of the pyramid content,
Yeah.
or just a bio, then you can break that down into your niches that kind of feed into that and create really a nice ecosystem there, which you should also be doing on your own website. I mean, it's not just there. But the hardest part is writing that first sentence. And here, with a couple of clicks and selections, you will get something that I would say is better than some of the profiles I've read out there. But take it, throw it into something like Grammarly, which I love Grammarly, and then fiddle around with it and wordsmith it, like smooth it out, and you are done. You would be able to publish that profile in 15 minutes
For sure.
Across all of the platforms that you're currently using. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
and what's cool about the Instagram profile, for instance, it won't always do it. Depends on your content, but it will include, you know how on Instagram there's like, you know, people put emojis and whatnot in their profile.
Yeah.
So it'll include that as well. So I mean, it's kind of created specific for each platform. It's pretty cool.
You didn't tell me that.
Well,
I didn't see
gotta-
that. I didn't see that. I am really excited about this. We've been playing around with it for a while, testing out different things, even complex things, like much bigger things. So right now, this is the first phase of it. We expect additional opportunities to expand its use, but this is there. You will be surprised, and I want every single one of you who have a killer agent profiler, because we do have a lot of y'all, because I get the emails, you just got another lead, so we have some with killer profiles. I would love for you to, you're like, I don't need to change my profile. Well, you don't have to, but go play with this tool and see if it gets you inspired to make some edits.
If nothing else, give us feedback to say, hey, this was good, or no, not so good, because then there, as you'll see when you interact with the tool, there's different settings you can choose, like you know, hey, I'd like to write this in first person, or I'd like to write it in third person. Like, you know, is this being written about me, or am I saying this? Am I communicating to the audience? You can change the tone of it. So I'd like this to be in a artistic, you know, flowery language tone, or I'd like this to be in a straight professional tone, or kind of a fun or quirky tone. And then there's kind of a creativity slider. Like how much leeway do I want to give this content engine? So the content creator tool will allow you to kind of specify that, and we want you to experiment with that. And you know, based on the outputs, we want to. It's basically what we're doing on the back end, just so we're very clear. When you say yes, this was great, that'll tell us, okay, these different settings that you chose are more likely to produce a good outcome, or if you say it's bad, these settings are more likely to produce a not so good outcome, right? So that'll help us refine it and make it better for everybody.
How about that on a Friday? So we might have a couple little technical difficulties broadcasting live, but we're sitting here making it so you can knock out multiple profiles in no time. This is cool. Let's get a big, and we haven't done the emojis in a while. Yeah, so this is exciting.
Yep.
It's scheduled to release on Wednesday. No doubt we will not keep it quiet. We purposefully did not do a demo here because we wanted to. He likes to tease. He likes to tease you a little bit. Plus, it's a trade secret. You have to be a member of Travel Quest Network to get to see what it does and use it. So, anyway. content creator.
Content
it is
creator
happening
coming out
next week.
Wednesday.
Yes. All right. Well, you know what? We haven't, because I was all flustered. We haven't gone to the chat. We just said that
Wins
Sarah.
and challenges. Let's hear it.
Yeah. Let's see. Wins and challenges, and just how you doing. Okay. We just want to hear from you. Sarah said, I toured 5 resorts in Cancun this week. I miss that weather already.
I bet so.
And Sarah's in Nebraska.
Yep.
So I'm imagining if we're having wet and miserable weather.
It's probably chilly there. Still.
Yeah. So I wonder if she toured 5 resorts on a fam, or she just was there. I know she goes there a lot, so I'm wondering if she just like says, "Oh, I want to hit up some resorts." Because if you are new to the travel industry or are not in the travel industry, something that I got to experience, and I was honored that I got to experience it, but it was called a fam, and we did site inspections. Mm-hmm. Now, have you done these?
One.
You've done one. So we went to 12
At least it's
properties.
part of like a formal fam group. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So we went to 12 properties in Cancun, which is kind of easy because they're all there. Mm-hmm. Whew. There's, there's only so many buffets you can get excited about. Uh-huh. And I was whinging a little bit with one of the advisors I was with. And she said, "Oh no, normally it's a lot worse than this." So anyway, just curious, because if you were on a structured fam, they were very nice to you to only do 5. I mean, it's important. Go see the properties, but
it's super important.
Yeah. And my friend Jill, who is probably watching, I first met her on that fam.
Yeah.
And I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm like, oh, well, that's big chess pieces out in the lawn. Okay, that's exciting, right? And she could tell I didn't have a clue. And she said, "This is not a nice property." And I was like, "Oh, you're one of those. You're going to give me like a little side whisper. How you doing?" So she told me, I don't know if you know this, but something that travel professionals know that I did not, is that if you really want to see the details of how a resort is probably going to treat you, or indicators of the level of service, look at the baseboards to see if they're all scuffed up, and also look at the air conditioning vents to see if there's a lot of dust and debris. I was walking around thinking, giant chess pieces, that's awesome. And she's like, "This is not a nice property." So anyway.
Don't you like when you get the little dust balls that are fluttering in the air vent?
Yeah, but see, that makes me think more of like an airport hotel. I wasn't expecting it at a resort. Well. Anyway, you know what? We're here to help, everyone feel great. Okay, so something is going on with my chat. If you guys are chatting and I'm going out of order, I apologize, because I see that
Facebook does not like you today.
Yeah, it is not happy. Okay, well, here we go. I'm just going to click around. So Kara, who was just last week on Virgin Voyages on the Scarlet Lady.
Welcome back.
I don't know that I don't recall seeing any social posts from that trip, so was it scandaloso? I don't know. I want to know. But she said, when my CPA said my income from travel was up 500% from last year. Challenge, increased taxes seem to match that, but I'm switching to an S corp for future years based on my trajectory. Alan said,
hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
Pause there.
No, I'm sorry. She made me.
I know, it's funny, but how awesome is that?
Yeah, no.
How awesome is that?
Yeah, girl.
Taxes are an unfortunate part of life, yes, but that's super, Kara.
And Kara last year she went full time last year.
Just recently.
Or so you think it was this year?
It was either maybe it was December.
Okay.
But it was.
Yeah.
It was not long ago.
Wow. So Alan chimed in and said, I just did that, and warned her it was a 3-month process to make that change. So FYI. So no, I'm not going to read. They're just going on about that. But congratulations, Kara. You know, what do they say? More money, more problems. There's the money sound. Okay. All right. Let's see here. All right. Kim is bringing us a win. She's. Where is it? Win just over 35,000 in sales my very first quarter as an agent.
Nice.
Shout out to my senior, Rebecca Landry, and the support staff at Travel Quest for all the help.
Fantastic.
That is.
Yeah,
Nice job, Kim.
Yeah, go.
And Rebecca.
Yeah. Oh, Rebecca is so lovely too. Like if Rebecca is guiding you, and this is where you're starting, yeah, you're going places.
Yeah.
And Velma,
Yeah.
she couldn't be here. She said, "Happy Friday from the Rose Capital." Let's see. And Aloha Rebecca is here. Okay. Oh, she's giving me a long one. She's giving me a dissertation here. So Rebecca said, "Happy Aloha Friday. This week has been challenging. Just lots of price shoppers and time wasters. Just finding that people don't seem to respect our industry and what we do and think we should work for free. Lots of new inquiries, but no one that's serious about actually booking anything. Just having a frustrating week." Well, I don't have a sad sound. No, that's not good. So let's talk about that.
Yep.
Because I have to say that Aloha Rebecca is a very positive, uplifting person. This is, and very, very successful in her niche, which is Hawaii. She used to live there. But you take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life. This happens a lot, ups and downs. But what do you think about this? People don't seem to respect our industry and what we do and think we should work for free.
Well,
I know actually how I'll respond to this. So.
You just wind me up. You know exactly what I'm going to say, don't you?
Yeah.
Look, it is frustrating. So start with that. And you're right. Not every week is going to be a hit it out of the park week. It's just it's not. But sadly, so part of me, and so we can talk about a tactical way to deal with that. But part of me says, customers, consumers, they will take what you let them. Like people in general, they will take as much from you and as much of your time and as much of your expertise as you allow them to. Right? And we can't necessarily blame them for that. Now, we can get upset if they are lying to us, right? And they're saying that they are, they want to book a trip with us, and that can be especially frustrating. But still, it's ultimately our responsibility, your responsibility, in how you protect your time, because you don't have anything more valuable than that. So, and I think Joshua knows where I'm going to go with this. This is absolutely a situation where, you can have that free initial consultation, but Rebecca, I would say the number one thing you can do if that's the experience you're having to improve your business would be to really rehearse that 20-minute consultation, 30-minute consultation. You can decide how long it is. And it's as much about qualifying that client as it is about giving your pitch. Like, why should you hire me? Right? And not really set in those terms.
Right.
And then, you very clearly explain, I have a planning fee. And you can structure that as a deposit that's applied to the trip. You can structure that as just a straight fee. And today, with the amount of people who are buying travel, there should not be an obstacle to that. And so if you've tried that and you're hitting obstacles, then come back to, okay, let's look at your pitch points. Let's rehearse that pitch and get really good at delivering that so you can close that first mini sale before you close the trip sale.
Right.
Because there is nothing more frustrating than if you're spending hours and hours, doing consultations and then researching things, quoting things, only to find that they don't book and they go somewhere else, or they just say, oh, it's too much, or whatever the case. So that's we could spend a lot more time on that topic, but if you shift your mind from thinking about closing the trip sale to I'm going to first close mini sales, being getting that deposit or that planning fee, so they have some skin in the game. I think you'll see some success there.
Yeah, and I think the ups and the downs, right? Like that is a part of this business. I've only been in it for 5 years, and then you have the pandemic in there, but there's these extreme highs. Wave season is forever now, and now it is definitely something that you have to, at your core, be confident in what you do, and I know you are
for sure.
In particular, so I know that you are very confident in what you provide to your clients. So that has to be something that is keeping you in the game. You've got that perseverance there. But I like what you said. It's closing the mini sale. I think in some situations I am really good at that initial pitch to go into a deeper conversation or get into a bigger consultation later. I think I've gotten pretty good at giving away a little bit of knowledge, but not giving away all the secrets in a short amount of time. So you do feel like you're leaving that initial discovery call with something, but it really is just a little sampling. And it's if you can kind of own that piece, then you can start to qualify them and not spend time with the tire kickers.
Yeah. So I mean, first is absolutely right. 1 week does not define you, right? And so as long as we remember that, and we can have a bad week every now and then, that's okay, right? That we can come back next week and keep fighting. But if you can spend more effort or time or energy, I guess, selling you versus selling the product, and I'm sure you do already, and there's not necessarily a secret formula to doing that. It's just getting the pitch that you're comfortable with, right? And as you get more and more and more experience, you get better and better and better at it. I mean, it's a part of the industry. It's part of frankly a lot of sales oriented industries. And travel advisors are sales professionals. Sometimes we don't like to say that, but we are. We're selling a product and we're selling a service, and that service is us. So, don't be discouraged. I appreciate you sharing your frustration, because I think it's important for everyone to know that not every week is all smiles and roses.
Yeah. In case in point,
for any of us.
The very next, in response to that, our Cynthia, she said, me too, I hit that last week. And she was on a high because there was a lot of good movement around. So I always say this, being an entrepreneur is, I think, the hardest job, because it's not just making a product or selling a product or selling a service. It is about trying to keep your mindset stable and happy and ready for the changes. But I think I've seen this happen, and I think I've done it a few times, where there are people that have that pitch so down, and it's skillful, and the way they deliver it, everybody is unique. So that makes everything, no matter what you say, it makes it unique. But they go through their pitch, and it doesn't even matter what that prospect says. They already know this prospect is not right for me.
Right.
And that's where you feel extremely confident, is when you're in that space, right there. So hang in there. Aloha. It means love. Hello. Goodbye. It's actually a bunch of words in one. So Aloha to you, Rebecca, and we are here for you. Let's see here. Amanda is chiming in too and saying not a good week for her either. A little challenging. Let's see here. Hold on. And and Hannah is saying, I think the order of your comments come up differently than mine. They do, because I have I upgraded my phone this week, and just before we started, I had to log in. I was like, what's my password? I don't know. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. So I apologize if I'm out of order. Let's see. Caroline said, hi friends. Let's see. Stephanie says, love that casino sound. Heading out on the allure of the seas on Sunday and love the casino.
Nice.
All right. Okay. Again, this could be out of order here, but Jeff said, big decision, big win. After 3 years, as of April 1st, our agency will be going full time. Here we go.
Ah, nice. Nice job, Jeff.
Fantastic. That's so exciting.
That is awesome.
And you're getting a lot of support from the members in the group. All right, so since Velma couldn't join us, and if you are new, Velma joins us from Texas every week to go over the top 3 positions in terms of invoiced sales and anticipated revenue over the last 7 days, and gives us a little bit of insight sometimes on what's going on. It's been very interesting since she's been adding in the suppliers and the mix, some names that we know and love, and some hadn't heard in a while. The third position, gross sales 141,240. The revenue 14,053. The number 2 position, the sales number is 172 and 160. Revenue 16,507.
Excellent.
All right. Oh, and she's actually wrote in here drum roll.
Drum roll. Cue card.
Yes, I love it. Thank you. All right, drum roll. Number one, 160,259, and the revenue 28,500.
Wow.
That is
strong week.
Yeah. So number 2 position, gross was 172,160. The revenue 16,507. Number 1, 160,259, and the revenue was 28,500.
So maybe next week Velma can give us some insight on those 3 and the makeup of those.
Well, she
certainly suggests selling some stronger margin products.
I think that is definitely the benefit of showing the gross versus the net there.
Yep.
For the number 1, revenue was Holland America, NCL,
Oh, here we go.
Nightly Tours, and Vacation Express. And one more supplier that I purposefully skipped over if you're reading along with me. So next week, what is next Friday?
I'm getting kicked out of the chair.
You are getting kicked out of the chair. And Jenny Warren from CIE is going to be here, and she's going to be my co-host. CIE, obviously, very well known for Ireland. They also do Britain. They do Italy. I'm probably forgetting more, but she's going to remind us because she's good about that. But Jenny is here in the Atlanta area. In fact, I didn't remember, but before the pandemic, when we were doing our partner spotlights in here, Jenny was in here. And I was reminded of that when I was looking for pictures for our website. So she's coming, and she's going to be the co-host, and we are going to have a St. Patty's Day celebration. Oh, why did I go Spanish?
I don't know, but
it's going to be good crack up in here. Okay.
Well, that'll be fun. That's a good way to celebrate. I'm sure you guys will have a good time.
We will have a grand time.
I'll be outside looking in the window like this.
Yeah. No, she said she's got props, and
props.
Yeah, and with St. Patrick's Day, that can go in
Is she trying to permanently take my spot?
Yeah, I think she is.
Do I need
Yeah.
props to
I think she
to
actually
keep it?
ordered. She called up Ireland and say, "Hey, can you send me authentic props from like castles and stuff?" I don't know.
You should steal one of them for the travel wall.
I won't steal. I won't steal. But on that note, I do want to say something that I've never said to Erica, our education manager.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys, if you've been watching a little over a month ago, Erica Scanelli joined our team, and she's our new education manager. And I know you've been seeing her this week. She had shows with Allianz, with Explora and Universal. We got a whole a monthly series with Universal that kicked off this month or this week, and you got to see Erica. So you're seeing her more and more.
Yep.
But she used to work with GoGo Vacations.
That's right.
And at Travel Leaders Edge, which is their big annual conference, which we always go to, and it's good crack. It's good crack. Getting ready for St. Patrick's Day. They invited us to an 80s themed party. You did not go to this.
I remember that, and I remember not going to it.
Yeah, you didn't go to it.
What happened? I
Well,
can't remember that part.
Erica, if you are listening, I am mortified because you guys did such a good job. It was on like a Karma Chameleon kind of paddle queen kind of boat out
Okay.
in the dock, and it kind of did a little circle.
Uh-huh.
But it was 80s themed.
Right.
So they got these cute 80s props like Rakasakam robots,
Oh, cool.
80s glasses with the like little like shades. And I took some of our team members and they stole the props. They took them home with them. They figured that, they weren't going to use them again. And I have been embarrassed, and I just thought I would say that publicly, that I was unaware. I was not a part of the
Confess our
caper.
sins.
Yeah, I was not a part of the caper, but it did happen. And Erica, sorry. I bet she wanted them too. I bet she was like, I want that Rock'em Sock'em robot for my house. And yeah. So, you don't steal props from people's houses, y'all. Like, that's wrong. That is just absolutely wrong. So, anyway, let's see here. What else was I going to say? So, Aurelia wanted to remind everyone,
Yes.
we've got a PSA, invoice at time of booking. Just
When?
in case at time of booking.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
I feel like I've heard that before.
at time of booking.
Okay.
Yeah, invoice at time of booking. This is a thing you're gonna hear, I bet many of you watching are like, why do they keep banging on about this? Because people keep leaving money just like floating around. Like, you can't Scrooge McDuck it if you didn't even invoice it. So please do that. And also, don't forget about that unclaimed commission report and access to that.
Yes.
And if you don't know anything about it, big
Big old
pink
help button.
and
Does
ask
the
about
kids say smash the help button?
smash the help button. And something that has been popping up on a regular basis, or
Yeah.
at least into my world, is really just want to remind you that if you do not see a supplier in our supplier source in WorldVia Pro, do not book with them. Wait, contact us, or let's get the ball rolling so we can vet them and establish a relationship with them. Do not go and sell something without them being on that supplier source. So if you find them in Commission Manager, they might have been set up at some time, but please make sure you're going to the supplier source. If it's not registered, preferred, or strategic, just kind of hold off and let us make sure that we are vetting those suppliers that you want to work with. And sometimes, Bonnie told me this a long time ago, sometimes you think that supplier is the only one to work with, and there's 3 others who we have a better relationship with, and there's more potential. You just don't necessarily think of them.
Correct.
So
That
stop.
does happen a lot.
What? Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, pause. I
Help
don't know, and consult and big help button.
Big help
Big help button. So be on the lookout for that. But we definitely are always on the lookout for. I mean, there are amazing travel partners all around the world. So yes, we definitely want to work with them.
Right.
Just don't go book with them. You're really taking a chance. People have been burned.
Yeah, and just as
Yes,
you
please.
know, we'll call it a PSA.
Mm-hmm.
Most certainly, don't go and try to establish an account with them under Travel Quest Network's name using our industry credentials. That is a major, major no-no. So please don't do that.
Please don't do that.
Thank you.
We take care of setting up our partnerships. Now, I know you have stuff that you want to do, but I just want to take a moment personally. This was a very big week for me, and I just want to share with everybody who has been following my journey that I got the "I am cancer-free" message from my doctors this week, and it has been a very interesting week of being like relieved and like, oh, I don't know, like it's a very, but to actually have a doctor smile at me and say, you are cancer free.
Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that amazing?
It's not how it goes in the movies. That's not that. So every situation in my mind was the movies, and it did not go that way. So, and I even told my doctor, I was like, is that, are you really supposed to say that? And she's like, nope, from my side, you are good to go. So I wanted to say, because many of you have been following my journey, and I appreciate the heck out of you, and our team has been amazing. You have, in particular, have been absolutely amazing. I'm not going to cry, but
I need sound effects for this.
Well, there's not a sobbing.
Yeah,
No, we want, yeah.
But I want to share that Stephanie from Travel Girl, she sent me this beautiful bracelet with all these
That's cool.
Shaktra stones in it, and I've been carrying it with me, and I carried it with me when I got that news. So I just wanted to take a moment.
I love that.
It's not it's not the Johnny Carson, Joshua Harrell show, but I just wanted to share that. I've only told a few people that, so I love you guys.
Give them some love.
Thank you. Yeah. Oh, give me. Can I at least get an emoji? Like, give me an emoji. All right, we've got a few minutes. What do you have on your list?
Well, this seems rather inconsequential now.
I know. I did that on purpose. I was like, I wasn't gonna like kind of cram that in. I really wanted to have my moment.
Well, I don't even want to do it now. Like
No, you do.
This can wait.
Yep.
This is.
No. Let's talk about headlines.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll give you. It's not really. Well, it's kind of a headline, but it's more of just a comment or an observation. So, cruises. Most popular ports, are consistently what? They're private islands, right?
Yeah.
And we've seen these private islands continue to, pop up with most of all the main cruise lines. And now I read a story this morning that Disney and Royal are both, pursuing plans for another private island. So it'll be Royal's third, Disney's second. But some interesting things about them. So that in and of itself, I thought was okay. Well, that makes sense. People love them, right? But as I was reading it, the one for Disney. It's going to be called Lighthouse Point on the island of Eleuthera, right, in the Bahamas. But, interesting, not, like most of the private islands, the only people that can go there are the cruise ship passengers, right?
Right.
Lighthouse Point, not the case.
Oh.
They will allow non-passengers to visit, and they're also going to have shore excursions.
Oh.
So, that'll be opening in 2024, so not very long from now. And then Royals will be on Paradise Island, right? Across the harbor from Nassau.
I'm sorry.
What?
So when someone says Paradise Island,
yes.
That's where Wonder
You
Woman.
picture
Wonder
Hugo
Woman.
Villages and the
No,
plane?
Wonder Woman is from there. So all the Amazonian women
I see.
are from Paradise Island, and
Do you see what I deal with?
yeah. So I wasn't thinking of something that was
Anyway, yes. The one in the Bahamas, where Atlantis is. Anyway, so here's what's interesting. You know, you're seeing the Nassau, in particular, one of the most common ports, yet one of the lowest rated ports.
Yeah.
Right? If not the lowest.
Yeah.
So these cruise lines, they're continuing to replace, you know, a bad experience with a great experience, and they're controlling it. And guess what? They're going to find ways to sell you stuff all day long, particularly with, you know, integrating shore excursions. So number one, I just see it as a play to, you know, growing their bottom line, which, you know, God bless them.
Yeah.
But, you know, a move to how can they now they have some rather big payments in these deals to the Bahamas because it's going to offset, you know, lost revenue other places. But I just found it very interesting, and you know, I wonder, like, okay, when is the point going to be where there is a 7-day cruise to 5 private islands and you never go anywhere real? Like, is that day coming?
You have a whole distorted
Right?
sense
Yeah,
of reality.
it's like this fake.
I
version
am
of the
going
Caribbean.
on. I'm having a cultural experience. I'm going to go to the Caribbean, and I will hit Lighthouse Point.
Yeah,
and
right, exactly, right?
Yeah, it's not the same.
But if you told me, would you like to buy a cruise that went to 5 of the different cruise lines' private islands, I would be like, heck yes, I do.
Yeah.
So, when's that going to happen? It'll happen, I think. I don't know. I don't know what y'all think, but I thought it was interesting. That was it.
I didn't know this about the Lighthouse Point with Disney.
Yeah.
But I feel like I need to go look and see like mock-ups of it because Lighthouse Point does not sound like a very Disney name for something. I mean, it has to be. I don't know. It just feels like it's missing some pixie dust there.
I've not seen them. I saw their word mock because I didn't study them. My guess is there's a lighthouse somewhere on there.
Well, yeah. But is it like Pete's Dragon kind of lighthouse, or is it?
It's just some old lighthouse. That they
Yeah,
built.
it probably is. They left that. They said that's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, listen. There are quite a few events coming up that Erica is going to. Well, events, I should say. Shows that are coming up next week. So definitely check WorldVia Pro, and the Learn events is how you'll get to all of the events. Please check out what's going on there because we've been sneaking a lot of really cool education, infotainment type content over there, and there is more to come. So please make sure you're checking that out. And again, that Universal, you can watch on demand the Explora session that happened this week and the new monthly Universal segment. So you can check that out. Gail and Erica were together for that. And you can register for the next one, for next month's Universal session. So a lot going on. So not just cool tools that are coming out, just like, by the way, here comes this cool thing that's going to make your life easier. There's a lot of cool ways to expand your knowledge and really connect with our partners and fellow entrepreneurs within Travel Quest Network. So please tune into WorldVia Pro because WorldVia Pro is where it's at. So it is now time to say goodbye. It's so hard to say goodbye. Anyway, any final words?
Have a great weekend, everybody. We so appreciate you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Well, you won't see that next time.
Because you're kicking me out of the chair.
Yeah, you won't
but
see
I'll see you the time after that, maybe.
But I'm just saying that we're going to remodel the set for our guests because we don't allow outsiders. It's only happened one other time. But when
So
Jenny...
my seat is safe, is what you're saying.
When Jenny said that, St. Patrick's Day is on Friday when you do the weekly chatter, I was like, oh, maybe I had an idea that you just planted in my head. I don't know.
Maybe it'll be wonderful, and they'd rather hear from them every week.
We're going to have a grand
whatever
time.
y'all want, it will do.
Yeah. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care of yourself so we can take care of each other. We will see you next week.
Love you all.
Bye.
Bye.